Hey everyone, this is Pete of the Still Unnamed podcast. I'm doing just kind of a little intro here before we get to the show. Mark and I recorded a very, very short kind of a mini episode a couple days ago. It was after the long episode that we did where we played the interactive little game 1 True 3. So pretty much the entire episode is us kind of like talking about how much fun we had and people who reacted well to it and, making plans for doing it again. It was purposely a mini episode, so there's really no substance to it. It's just kind of more of a recap of last week's if you haven't heard it. The reason I'm on here first is because since we just recorded it a few days ago, we recorded it before the tragedy that happened in Paris, the terrorist attacks that took place Friday, and so there was no mention of it, but it was not because of lack of, respect, or we didn't think that it was big news or worthy to talk about. It's just the way that we recorded it. It happened before the terrible tragedy that happened. I just wanted to be specific and just kind of make a little mention here, a little precursor to our mini episode. That was there's no other way to say it. That was some cowardly bullshit that went down last Friday, and I'm not going to pretend to know all the facts or to be some sort of an authority figure even worthy about talking about this, but you know me, I tend to take a minute and just kind of talk and just kind of vent. I'm actually recording this in the mobile unit, if you will. I'm recording this in the car, kind of halfway also testing out a microphone that I haven't used in a while. So anyway, yeah, I just I wanted to just kind of come on here and say that our country is no stranger to terrorists and terroristic acts. We've talked about it in the past. Mark and I have touched on, we tend to not get too heavy or too political, and we try to keep it light, and we don't want to offend anybody. Really, we just want to make people laugh. If you get offended in the process, that's your own thing. But our goal is never to come right out and offend anybody, any religious creeds or beliefs or anything like that. So that's not the point of this. The point is to just kind of acknowledge the fact that some bullshit happened, and it was really terrible. Over 150 people reportedly lost their lives, and the world stands with Paris, and that's just it's one of those things that there's no explaining it. There's no even way to explain it. You kind of ask yourself, for those of you who do have children, like, how do you explain terrorism? Like, at what age do they grasp that there's just people out there that serve no other purpose in life other than to cause mayhem and carnage and destroy and destruction, just evil? That's the only way to explain it. They may have, in their minds, in their hearts, they feel like they're doing something that's worthy, that doing something good, whatever. I'm not here to try and get into the mind of a terrorist. I'm just here to send our condolences to all the people that were affected by the tragedy in Paris, and it's just some cowardly bullshit. Is really all it is. It's cowardly and it's hurtful, and there's just, in times like this, you just kind of gotta ask yourself, like, where's the love? Like, where is the love when there's overwhelming amounts of hate? Like, we gotta counterbalance it with love, with positivity, with, I don't even know. Again, not trying to capitalize on anything that happened, obviously. not trying to make light of it. And sorry if this is like the millionth time someone's already mentioned it on whatever TV program or radio show or whatever you watch. But I just wanted to make sure that I tag this at the beginning so that you all can understand that it was not mentioned in today's episode because we recorded it before it happened. And anyway, God bless them all. Both the people that were attacked and those responsible. You can't say anything else other than, they felt what they were doing was right. And unfortunately, that kind of mindset comes with a price. Anyway. Well, after that cool intro, I don't know if you still feel like laughing. I don't know if the next 15 minutes are even going to make you laugh, but hey, whatever. We're not professionals. We're just here to give you a short break and turn off your mind for a while. So, baby sister, take it away.
This episode of the Still Unnamed podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/TSUP.
And now, it's the Still Unnamed podcast with your hosts, Pete and Mark.
Hey kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed podcast. I'm Pete Solis along with
Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson's in the house, everybody. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Do you remember that skit?
Yes, that was Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Right?
God, I love that one so much.
We do. We should play Jeopardy next.
Yes.
Because we had such a good...
it was so very well received.
It was. If anybody... we had an extra long episode last week where you and I played a game.
We're not on video again.
No. Okay, yeah, let's address that first. This is 2 weeks in a row that we don't have video because our camera is currently being used, borrowed, whatever.
By good old Turd Ferguson over there.
I thought you were Turd Ferguson.
He's Turd-faced Ferguson.
Yeah.
Bird.
Your buddy Rod needs it for his school and his class or whatever he's doing. So that's why we don't have video again this week. But that's okay. We'll, whenever, I don't know, whatever. Point being, we had fun last week.
Yes, we did.
We played a game called 1 True 3.
Yeah.
And if anybody hasn't heard it, go back and listen to it. I think it was pretty funny.
I had a great time.
I had a great time too. It's kind of like...
I actually listened to this one. I don't listen to them anymore.
We typically just kind of talk about ourselves and stories from our past. So I figured let's get interactive. Let's make a game out of it. And we had fun. And Elisa was here. She helped us out. She was mediator or judge or whatever. You kicked my ass.
I did pretty good.
You did pretty good. I don't know if that's a testament to your ability to lie or if it's just your testament to your intuition of knowing when I'm lying.
I feel like I have a pretty good intuition.
Okay.
On people.
What do I have a tell? Do I have anything that you could tell?
If you did, I couldn't consciously tell. But my subconscious was picking up on it.
Okay.
Like I mentioned last episode how you did like a slight chuckle at your...
Which one was it?
That you pooped in your office.
In my boss's toilet.
And Alyssa said that it could have been a chuckle because it was a ridiculous statement.
Right.
But I was... Something about that statement just made me believe that it was a genuine chuckle. Like, it was God, that was fucking funny.
Right.
I shit in that man's office.
Okay, well, I mean, aside from that one, I don't have like a tick or like a...
No, I was looking for it. I was
twitchy hands or something like that,
You actually were doing something really good that a lot of... or not a lot, but some people are pretty bad at. When they're lying, they don't use their hands.
They don't use their hands?
They do not use their hands. Or also...
I would have thought that they use their hands even more.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like a little medium.
Right.
Is if they're lying, they use their hands a lot more or not at all.
Right.
And I just use my hands all the time, so I I'm the exception to the rule.
You are very animated.
Yes.
With the way you talk. So that's my dog Jeff barking in the background. For those of you who can't.
Before
tell.
we go really deep into it, there was a cat in my house.
A cat in your house.
Well, not in my house. Alyssa and I were watching something with the kids, and then I hear like meow, 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 meow
Right.
outside the door, and I'm like, "Is that a cat?" And she's like, "Yeah, I heard it." And that's a spot on Alyssa impersonation.
Was that a cat?
Is that a cat? So she was like, whatever. And then I was like, well, let me go check it out. So I open up the door. And for those of you who don't know, which is probably everybody because no one should be in my house, I have a screen door also. So I open up the front door and then I open up the screen door. And then real quick, like the cat just fucking jumps right in. And it starts just doing what cats do when they're in a new surrounding. They're just like poking around and looking around. And they're like, I'm a cat, whatever. And Harley and Dexter were immediately like, oh my God, it's a kitty. So I took the cat and I threw it over the neighbor's fence. Because I don't need none of that in my house.
Right. You don't need no felines walking around.
I gently threw it over the fence.
Well, in days past, I think I would have laughed really hard at that. But in recent times, I've come to meet a cat or two cats that I really, really like. And I don't like cats. I am a dog person through and through. But I met two cats about a year ago
At a bar.
They were pretty cool.
That's like, I just got this vision. Super adorable. Two little kittens, like sitting on the bar, sipping on some milk through a saucer. That's adorable, that vision.
Right.
Go on.
Well, no, I mean, I've always hated cats because I felt that they didn't have a personality. That's my opinion. Please don't send any angry letters. I know that there's a lot of cat lovers out there. I have nothing against cats. I just was more of a dog person.
They're not your thing.
Right. But these two cats that I met, they were really, really cool cats. And
that's a joke.
and they were friendly, and they were big fat cats, very fluffy, very, they had personality. They'd come up and they'd like rub on you and just kind of like, they were cool. Anyway, unfortunately, one got very sick recently, and he passed away.
Oh my God.
And it was a sad. I've never been sad over a cat before. I've been sad over many dogs and pets that I've had.
Yeah.
But never a cat. I could have cared less about the life of a cat.
Wow.
Quite frankly. Not that I'm out there murdering cats and whatever, but I mean, to me, it was like a goldfish almost. And again, this is just my opinion. Anyway, I really felt for this cat that I met. So I like him. I liked him a lot, and he was a good kid. And his brother's still around, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, so we played a game last week. It was really fun, and we're gonna do it again soon. But what came out of that to me was, I thought that my stories or my statements were pretty diverse, pretty like broad spectrum. What was that?
Did you pick that up?
I heard it.
I think I heard it too.
Was it a firecracker?
I don't know what it was.
A flare gun? A cannon?
I think it was. I felt it in my feet.
Anyway, that was weird. Well, we're out here in the network studio, and we have all the doors and windows open again because it is a lovely night out here.
Beautiful evening.
But anyway, fun stuff, and we're going to do it again soon. But anyway, I thought my stories were pretty diverse and but I didn't.
They were set in reality.
I didn't stump you at all, except for the last one. Was it? No. You got all of them. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. You got each one of them right. You were able to pick my truth out of all.
Yes.
All of those. And
I should have been a detective.
You should have been.
In fact, this past week I was talking to Alyssa, and I said I should have been a detective, and she's like, no. She got very mad. She's like, you should not have been a detective because you're terrible at asking questions, and you're just not cut out for it. But I think, like, whenever I see a face or whenever I see a person, sometimes my brain will go, oh, that looks like someone else. And what that says to me is my brain is drawing connections
Okay.
constantly.
Got it.
So I feel like I can draw connections and
Okay.
I can put things together. And I think that's why I would have been a good detective. Also, I can tell when Pete is lying sometimes. I don't know if they'll take that on the application.
I don't know.
Just, I have a friend. His name is Pete. I can tell when he's lying like 100% of the time.
Well, I think what came out of that also was I'm just a shit liar. I really do believe
No,
that.
you were good. You were a good.
I was
liar.
trying to be convincing, but maybe that's why I was trying a little bit too hard.
I think like the dove one, I can't imagine anyone doing that.
Well, Ozzy did that.
He did it, but he was on drugs. He was on drugs when he did that.
Right.
And like I imagine if you were to like just grab a pigeon and then put it in your mouth. Or a dove. I'm sorry. You say it's a dove every time.
Right.
And it wasn't even real.
Well, see, those are little facts that if I were playing my sister, I think she would have, I would have stumped her on that one for two reasons. A, because she knows that whenever I get like obsessed about something, like I'll want to do it. Like,
Yeah.
like Kiss, like back in 96, 97,
Yeah.
I was all about Kiss. Like I'm still all about Kiss, but whatever. I started breathing fire to be like Gene Simmons. Like I was practicing at home.
Oh.
That is true. So I thought that would have stumped her because she's like, well, fuck, maybe he did go through an Aussie
Yeah.
phase and he did bite the head off of a ring-necked dove. And I also made it a point to make it a ring-necked dove because my mom actually owned
Yeah.
ring-necked doves. So anyway, there was some truth in that lie. But no, I never
like,
actually bit the head off of
I
one of them.
feel like the dove would like peck at your tongue, and I think that would just take me out of it.
Right. No, I got you.
I'm like, what's his face from Hannibal? I have a lot of empathy. I put myself in your position, and then I say, I couldn't do that.
Who, Will Graham?
Will Graham. I'm
Okay.
Will Graham.
So that's what you did. So as I was telling the story, you saw that little come through and you just recreated
I
it.
was in my head, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, here I am, young Pedro Salas. I got my jorts on.
I did wear jorts. I loved my jorts. Fuck you. Jorts were awesome. I wish I still had a pair.
I have my hair parted down the middle.
Yes, like
I'm-
like Shemp from the Three Stooges.
I imagine I'm wearing a black t-shirt with some band.
Possibly Bowling for Soup.
Damn,
You were good.
I was not terrible. I surprised myself. I need to stop being so good at things because
Okay, shut the fuck up.
yeah, there you go.
Well,
See?
the people had fun listening. Those who made it all the way through. So thank you guys for listening to that long episode.
Yeah.
So because of that, this one is going to be a short little mini-sode.
Yeah.
Just so I can put something out and no one bitches at me.
Like they do constantly.
Right. Bitch. I don't know what that was.
That was your fat man voice. I love your fat man voice so much. It's such a good fat man voice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Whoops. Sorry. Don't worry about it.
What happened?
Nothing.
Did your balls fall out?
I karate chopped my headphones.
Okay.
But yeah. So why do you think you had so much trouble with my statements?
Your statement, because of the way you delivered them, because you didn't change, like, they all, let me put it to you this way. Not that you were so good that they were all believable.
Yeah.
You were so bad that they were all, like, unbelievable. So there was no tell whatsoever.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. It's just the way you were like, I mean, your dad getting shot.
Yeah.
And you were like chuckling through it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is the one you right out the gate. You came hitting me with this
Yeah.
one. So I was like, okay, this is how he's going to deliver
I'm sorry,
it.
real quick. A subtle thing that I noticed is that in your first statements, it was the middle one. And I remember thinking to myself, I cannot make my first three set of statements the middle one because it just can't be the middle one because it's sandwiched between two lies like like a little comfort blanket.
Right.
And
I could see that.
yeah,
I could see that.
that's the same reason why when I play rock, paper, scissors, I never end on scissors because when you say rock, paper, scissors, the last thing your opponent hears in their head is scissors, and they typically, not 100% of the time, typically end up going to choose scissors.
Wow. The psychological.
Yeah. That's the type of warfare that I deal with. But yeah, my
Well.
dad got shot.
Yeah, apparently. So anyway,
Pulling out shit from your pocket.
yeah, don't mind those. So we had fun,
Yes.
and we're gonna do it again. And I think we should wrap this one up because I said this is a mini episode.
Yeah.
And we'll come back next week swinging. Maybe not do it again, but
No.
sometime soon so we don't overkill it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be writing some questions or some statements or whatever.
And I will make mine up the couple hours before. Just give me a heads up.
I will. So on that note, please, Mark, hit the music. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This was a mini episode, like I said. If you didn't hear last week's, this is pretty much a recap of last week's. Please go back and listen to it. We had a fun time playing a game called 1 True 3, which we're going to do again later at some point. Thank you guys for coming back for episode 54. I'm Pete Salas, along with
Jared Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson's in the house. And have yourselves a very, very happy Taco Tuesday. Bye.